Hey, what's up, everybody? It's K-Rob, aka the Human Sports Encyclopedia, back with another video. And I want to give a quick shout out before we get this thing started to one of my favorite YouTubers who inspired this video. His name's Kofi. He's also on the channel Secret Base. Major shout out to them. Probably the best sports content you'll find on YouTube. He recently did a video talking about the legendary game show Stump the Schwab. If you're a sports junkie like myself, if you're of a certain age, if you know, you know. Rest in peace, Schwabi. Rest in peace, Stuart Scott. And it took me back to a time in high school where guys would literally hum the Sports Center jingle at me. I swear to God, my nickname in high school was either ESPN or the Sports Center jingle. So I'd just be walking through the hallway, and then I hear da 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 da. You know, that's kind of my Batman signal, if you will. But before Stump the Schwab, and I do want to do a video on that as well eventually, is there was a game show ESPN did in 2000 and 2001 that I would love to see them bring back. So hey, if you ESPN, if you're listening, but it was a game show called 2 Minute Drill, which would give contestants a panel of 4 guests, and they'd have different categories in one round to answer from, and you have to answer as many as you can in 2 minutes. And in the second round, the questions would just be random, and they'd come from everywhere. And I used to kill this show, but I haven't seen it in so long, and with Kofi's inspiration, it got me to want to look this show up. So I want to test out my skills on some retro sports questions, because remember, this is 2000. I think the show ended in 01. Because of the 9/11 tragedy. I think it was supposed to end on around 9/11, I want to say. So, which is crazy and very unfortunately timed. But let's go ahead and get into this. So we're gonna go ahead and fire this episode of ESPN. You see the old logo down there, ESPN Classic. So let's go ahead and get this thing going. See how I do.
Your 2-minute drill begins now.
I think I was only 12, 13 when the show started, I want to say.
Welcome again, sports fans. ESPN's 2-minute drill, the first round game of our summer-long tournament. The winner in this will win at least $5,000. That's the guaranteed prize. Chance to turn that into $10,000 at the end of the game. And let's carry on with this game right now by first introducing our distinguished panelist, Marshall Falk. He's a Super Bowl champion.
Let's go, Marshall Plan. Yes, sir.
Brand, one of the new young stars of the NBA, with us. And a couple of repeat performers, the Hall of Famer Willie McCovey's here, Olympic champion Bonnie Blair, both of them are here.
Skaters all time,
so Marshall,
this is so cool.
What kind of 40 do you run?
Y'all listening?
A fast one.
No, come on, you got a number?
No numbers. I don't want to give it away.
But they make a big deal of the 40 numbers. But have you ever seen a game stop and then, all right, every line up, let's run a 40?
I mean, it's about 10 yards that can, that's what
you need, them
exactly. 10-yard burst, you can be successful.
Everybody, after you guys won, talked about how offense was dominant now, and offense matters. And then Baltimore wins, and now, somebody should make up their minds, right?
They're going to load the special teams now. Everybody's going to load up the special teams, get the best special team player, and win a Super Bowl.
Get a good punt rush or something. What's going on with your foundation?
Was the league
it's doing good. It's doing good. We foundation. We came up with this thing called a Marshall Plan. We go out and we target inner city youth and just try to develop groups and nice things for them to join and get them out of the gangs and stuff like that.
All right. Good luck with that. Thanks for being on the panel. Talk with the rest of you real soon. Going to go over the rules right now. In the first round, every question answered correctly is worth 1 point. Each of our panelists has 4 questions to ask. They'll ask them in consecutive order once they're chosen. If any contestant sweeps a category, a bonus point is awarded. So, therefore, in the first round, there's a possibility of winning 20 points toward a possible of 40 for the whole game. All right, let's get it going. Bring up our first man. He is Eric Richardson, 30 years old, Fort Washington, Maryland.
Eric
is a record supervisor with the Department of Justice. To your knowledge, are we being investigated, this game show?
You never know.
No. Your dream is to be a professional bowler.
Well, it was growing up. That's why I picked my specialty category. I followed the pro tour closely in the 80s.
That is a first, by the way. Anyone's walked in the door and decided pro bowling would be their specialty, but it takes all kinds, and we're happy to have you around for that.
That one
you had a couple of 300 games?
Yeah, a couple perfect games.
And do you rent shoes when you go, or do you own your own shoes?
I've got my own. I rented when I was real little, but
So you understand the rules, how the game is played?
Yep.
No interrupting. Let the whole question be asked, okay? Let's go over the categories. Marshall has that most super of bowls. Kind of a mouthful. Elton with NBA draft picks.
Okay.
Willie going with extra bases.
All right.
And Bonnie with Olympics of the 1980s.
All right.
All right, everybody set?
See how I do.
Your 2-minute drill begins now.
Marshall Falk.
Led by Doug Williams, which team gained
Washington
602
Redskins.
yards against the Broncos in Super Bowl 22?
Washington Redskins.
Right.
Who is the only man to win 4 Super Bowls as a head coach?
Chuck Noll.
Bill Walsh.
No,
At the
Chuck
time.
Noll.
Which gritty quarterback led the Oakland Raiders to victory in Super Bowl 11?
Jim Plunkett.
Ken Stabler.
Right.
Damn it.
Which Dolphin safety was MVP of Super Bowl 7 despite suffering a separated
Jake
shoulder?
Scott.
Jake Scott.
Correct, he's done.
Bonnie Blair.
Lionel Richie performed his hit song All Night Long at the closing ceremonies of which Olympics of the 1980s?
1988.
84 LA.
Correct.
What country won the most gold, silver, and bronze medals at the 1980 Moscow Olympics?
Russia.
Soviet Union.
Correct.
Name the American hurdler who recited the athlete's oath at the 1984 Olympics and days later won his second career gold medal.
Carl Lewis.
Edwin Moses.
Right.
Which Polish heavyweight captured a bronze medal at the 1988 Summer Olympics?
That's a pass.
Pass.
Galata. He's done.
Elf
She's
Brand.
done. Sorry.
Which big man was the Spurs' top draft pick in 1987 but did not play in the NBA until 1989?
David Robinson.
Right.
Which sophomore Arizona point guard was selected
Mike Bibby.
second overall in the 1998 NBA draft?
Mike Bibby.
Right.
Name the UNC center who was the first overall pick in the 1986 draft.
Brad Doherty.
Correct.
Before becoming the top overall pick in the 1978 NBA draft, Michael Thompson played for what Big Ten school?
Michigan.
Illinois.
Minnesota. He's done.
Willie
Willie.
McCovey.
Which Atlanta Braves third baseman tied the major league record for extra base hits by a
Jones.
switch hitter in 1999?
Chipper Jones.
Right.
In 1996, which Canadian-born Rockies outfielder set a National League
Larry
record
Walker.
with 6 extra base hits in a row?
Larry Walker.
Correct.
Which Hall of Fame infielder is the Yankees' all-time leader in extra base hits, just one more than Babe
Lou
Ruth?
Gehrig.
Pass.
Lou Gehrig. And the buzzer hits just before you got to the
Man,
final
do that
question. There you
well.
got through 19. You scored 11 points. No bonuses for you, but a very good round. You got to swap places. We'll find out if 11 points holds up. Come on up and play. Ken DeMonicus, 47 out of Manchester, New Jersey. Computer software sells, I should say, to Fortune 500 companies. So you're already making pretty good bank, but this will just be your...
Well, not as much as
Play
you
money.
can, but that's why I'm here.
Well, that's a whole nother issue. But you've been preparing 40 years for this show. How did you know about the show 40 years ago?
Well, I had an idea come into my head that sports trivia eventually would be on cable, and so I started about 40 years ago.
You had an idea there would be cable, too. So you're prescient, I think that's the word. Your specialty, 1927 New York Yankees.
Ooh, the
Now, you weren't
Murderers
alive
Row
for that, but
Yankees.
you've probably seen the old film.
Saw films, read books, read magazines, and being a Yankee fan, specialized on that team.
And you collect memorabilia, right? I have a Honus Wagner card, 1906, in mint condition, so we can talk about that after the show. You saw how the game is played?
Yes?
That Honus Wagner thing went over pretty big, didn't it? Let's go over the categories. Marshall has Meet Me in St. Louis. Elton, he has On the Rebound. Willie's going with Baseball's Giants. And the Sullivan Award is what Bonnie's talking about this time. All right. You're down 11 zip. Ready to go?
Yes.
Your 2-minute drill begins now.
Marshall Falk.
After their Super Bowl victory, which Rams owner said, "It proved we
Georgia
did the right thing
Frontiere.
going to St. Louis"?
Georgia Rosenblum.
No, Frontier.
Frontier.
In the 2000 season, which Rams quarterback returned to the lineup when Kurt Warner suffered a
Trent
broken
Green.
finger?
Trent Green.
Right.
In the 2000 season, which second-year Ram wideout led the
Big
league in
Tory
receiving
Holt.
yards?
Torrey Holt.
Correct.
Who was the head coach of the Rams the year before they moved to St. Louis?
Rich Brooks.
Dick Vermeil.
Chuck Knox, he's done.
No, that's right. We fired him.
Elton Brand.
At the 1999-2000 NBA season, which Laker finished second to Dikembe Mutombo in total
Shaq.
rebounds?
Shaquille O'Neal.
True.
Name the skinny Raptors big man who pulled down a team-high 466 boards in the
Marcus Camby.
1997-98 season.
Marcus Camby.
That's right.
Which former New Jersey Nets rebounding specialist became the owner of a pro lacrosse team in 2001?
Jason Williams.
Jason Williams.
True.
In the 1987-88 season, Michael Cage rang up an average of 13.0 rebounds per game as a member of what
Seattle?
NBA team?
Los Angeles Clippers.
That's true. Bonus. Go.
Willie McCovey.
What was the name of the San Francisco Giants' longtime home field before it was changed to 3Com Park?
Candlestick Park.
Right.
Leo DeRocher was speaking of which Hall of Fame Giant outfielder when he said, if he could cook, I'd marry him.
Willie Mays.
Right.
Which San Francisco Giants pitcher gruesomely broke his arm while throwing a pitch in 1989?
Dave Trevecki.
Right.
Name the New York Giants first baseman who hit 401 in 1930.
Bill Terry.
True. He's done.
Bonnie Blair plays.
Which University of Michigan pitcher overcame a disabled right arm to win the 1987 Sullivan Award?
Jim Abbott.
Right.
Mike Powell took home the 1991 Sullivan Award for his record-breaking performance in what track and field event?
The 100 meters.
No, long jump.
In 1998, which Tennessee standout became the first female basketball player to win the Sullivan Award?
Pass.
Holtzclaw.
Which female swimmer won a record 48 national championships and the 1978 Sullivan Award?
Donna DiVerona.
Tracy Calkins. You couldn't get that, but you at least got through to all the questions. You get 2 bonus points because you got everything from Willie, everything from Eldon. Track them on. You're into the lead after the first round of play. You can stay right there. So apparently you weren't kidding around. You really did study for this. You had it down pretty well.
Thank you.
Okay. And I still call 3Com Candlestick, by the way. We're coming right back for the second round of the 2-minute drill. Find out who carries on to win $5,000.
ESPN's 2-minute drill is brought to you by Original Coors. Nothing beats an original. To play along with tonight's 2-minute drill, log on to Enhanced TV at ESPN.com now.
For all you young sports fans out there, you get to see what ESPN was like.
Back on ESPN's 2-minute drill, second round play. You're going to find out who's going to win at least $5,000 in the show. We'll get to that real soon, but right now, as is customary, we talk to the rest of our panel that we didn't get a chance to talk with just a bit ago. Elton, when you were in your first year, the team was sending out a lot of notice to get you some publicity. Since the team was down a bit, hey, make sure you know about this one guy. I mean, they're sending us crap every week, and it was actually quite annoying. And I didn't even have a vote.
Oh, that's right.
Let me know.
This time, Elton was still
I would have
playing
voted for you had I had a vote. Good start to your career. One guy got like a Wheaties box, and we got hungry one night at 2 a.m. and just ate it, but we still got your picture on it. Willie, what was your career average again? It was a good one, wasn't it?
Batted average?
Yeah, you had pretty good numbers.
I'd rather talk about my career
Home
home
runs?
Well, I hit 270 as an average.
Yeah, but you're a power hitter. I mean, but you did it all. That's good enough for average, and then you drove in the guys. Who's the toughest guy you ever faced as a pitcher?
Probably Bob Veal for the Pirates.
Truly.
Tall
What did
left-hander.
he do so tough?
Well, he got me out, so.
Do you think, I talked to Bill Madlock, he's another hitting coach in Detroit, and he thinks yesterday's pitchers were not as tough as today's, and the reason why he says that is today's pitchers have so many different pitches. Back in the old days, fastball, curveball. Now you got all these split-fingered and all these other weird pitches. And do you agree with that, or you think?
Well, the pitchers that I faced, though, they knew how to pitch to a guy's weakness more so than the guys today. They just try to throw strikes now, but they really worked on the guy's weakness when I was playing.
Well, you were certainly successful enough. We again appreciate you coming back a second time. And Bonnie Blair back with us yet again. I hope you one of the pioneers last year. You just moved to Salt Lake, is that true?
Yeah, I've just moved there. My husband's still competing for the Olympics. That's going to be in Salt Lake in February. So moved the family out there temporarily and looking forward to it. It's a great area. Living in the mountains, you can't complain.
All right. Good luck in all things and with your children. Game 2, or rather round 2, this is game 11, whatever it is. Round 2 rules are eerily similar to the first round. You get 1 point for every correct answer, but the difference is the questions are coming from all over the place. The contestant won't know where the questions are coming from. He or she will know those questions have something to do with sports. The winner gets $5,000, and in the third round, the question of great significance will be asked. That question is answered correctly. The $5,000 is doubled into $10,000. All right, under the NAFTA agreement, Eric, the second place player starts first in round 2. That's you. You're down now 11-13. You're right in the game. You know, you're not too far back, and we're still holding out hope to hear that pro bowling question if indeed you get that far. All right, you set to play?
I'm ready.
All right. Panel, your 2-minute drill begins now.
Which basketball coach took over head coaching duties at Fresno State in 1995?
Jerry Tarkanian.
Right.
In 2001, which Minnesota governor debuted as a commentator for XFL football?
Jesse Ventura.
True.
Cubs second baseman Ryan Sandberg had a nickname that sounded just like the name of what African horned beast?
Pass. Rhino.
What NFC West team features cheerleaders known as the Gold Rush?
49ers.
True.
Who was named the head coach of the Orlando Magic in 1999?
Doc Rivers.
Right.
What California NHL team fittingly calls its home games at the Arrowhead Pond?
Anaheim Mighty Ducks.
Right.
In 1979, which bruising Oilers running back won the NFL MVP award?
Earl Campbell.
True.
Name the Cardinals pitcher who threw 5 straight shutouts in 1968.
Bob Gibson.
Right.
In 2000, which Eagles return man broke the NFL record for career kickoff return yardage?
Brian Mitchell.
True.
Which South African golfer won the British Open in the 1960s, 50s, 60s, and 70s?
Gary Player.
Right.
Which Minnesota Twins retired in 1996 with 10 consecutive All-Star appearances to his credit?
Kirby Puckett.
Right.
Where did women's basketball star Cheryl Miller graduate from college?
Southern Cal.
With a team batting average of .230, what 1906 pennant-winning club was known as the Hitless Wonders?
Chicago Cubs.
White Sox.
Which Phoenix Suns guard scored 53 points in the NBA game in January 2001?
Pass.
Tony Delk.
In April 2001, which princely featherweight suffered his first professional defeat at the hands of Marco Barrera?
Pass.
Nassim Hamed. You almost had.
Name the Buccaneers quarterback who went down with the broken clavicle in 1999.
Trent Dilfer.
Correct.
Trent
Right,
Dilfer.
good man.
That's why
You
Sean
went
King
from
played.
11 points on up to 23. Very good round. You're in for the lead. See if it sticks as we trade places.
And I got 10.
Ken Demonicus comes back up. And during the break, Ken corrected me that Honus Wagner card, I was wrong. My card's actually 1909. Thank you for pointing that out. So it'll actually go for more money since it's authentic. You saw what's going on here. Questions come from all over the place, but still same deal. Just answer and try to be correct, okay?
Thank you. Yes.
You're down 23-13.
Okay.
Your 2-minute drill begins now.
What is the official nickname of the Michigan State football team?
Spartans. Sure.
Which tennis player captured his 7th Grand Slam singles title at the 2001 Australian Open?
Pete Sampras.
Agassi.
What Division I men's basketball team won its 3rd NCAA championship in 2001?
Duke University.
Right.
In 1987, the Oakland A's officially lengthened their team's name to what?
The Oakland Athletics.
True.
What African nation produced the male runners of every Boston Marathon from 1991 to 2000?
Kenya.
Right.
Which obscenely tall center blocked 274 shots from 76ers in the 1994-95 season?
Manute Bol.
No, Sean Bradley.
What's the last name of the 2001 Mets outfielder who became the first Japanese position player to play in the National League?
Shinjo.
True.
In 1998, who became the head coach of the Oakland Raiders at the tender age of 34?
John Gruden.
Right.
Name the woman golfer who won 4 straight LPGA tournaments from March to April 2001.
Pass.
Sorensen.
The very first NFL Monday Night Football game was played in what AFC Central city?
Cleveland.
Right.
What Major League team did Lou Piniella manage to a World Series title?
Cincinnati Reds.
Right.
Which blonde Supersonics forward was named MVP of the 1987 NBA All-Star Game?
Detlef Schrempf.
Tom Chambers.
Which running back gained 1,000 yards for the Jets the season before they acquired Curtis Martin?
Pass.
Adrian Murrow.
What NL team finished the 2000 regular season with the best record in the majors?
San Francisco Giants.
Right.
In a standard set of American pocket billiard balls, what color is the stripe on the 9-ball?
Green.
Yellow.
Which big city team snagged Rebecca Lobo for the WNBA's inaugural 1997 season?
Houston Comets.
New York Liberty. Willie.
Which 1973 NL MVP is the last?
Couldn't get that one out. You fall by a single point. I think the downfall was that you didn't know that the color on the 9-ball is yellow. I think you hadn't studied that. But very good round for you. You missed by 1. We have some parting gifts for you. Thanks for playing. It's going to be Eric Richardson. We're going to find out if Eric actually has a clue about pro bowling.
I don't know if I do.
Right after this.
We're going to give it a spin now.
Here's the answer brings you tonight's Saturn 2-minute drill trivia question.
Move up to question significance here.
I gotta think that brothers everywhere happy that bowling has finally been represented. I'm just saying.
I mean, I love the bowl. Ain't no good at it.
Mike Albee did a very good job of knocking down pins with the ball in 1989. He won 5 tournaments, including 2 majors, and he broke the PBA single-season earnings record. He won $298,000 and change. That's a lot of money. Buys a lot of towels and grip conditioner. For your own prize money, an extra $5,000, name the 5 professional tournaments that he won that rewarding year.
All right, let's see if my man got it, because
he won the U.S. Open.
Right.
The ABC Masters.
True. What time's your flight, Marshall?
Well, if I had to pick one topic as a specialty, I'm not sure what it would be off the top of my head.
True Value Open.
Didn't win that one. He probably tried hard, though. The Showboat, the Bud, and the Showboat PBA Doubles Classic.
That's such a tough.
But still, you have $5,000 to go into the second round. Look forward to seeing you there. We'll come back on another edition of ESPN's 2-Minute Drill. I want to thank the panelists and you, the viewer, for helping out.
Hey, that's super
The summer-long tournament continues on the 2-Minute Drill as we move.
All right, guys. So that's a sneak peek into what ESPN used to be like. I absolutely want this show to come back. I want sports trivia shows to come back. And on the side, drop in the comments if you have one specialty topic that you would want to turn $5,000 into $10,000 to answer questions on. Who or what would it be? For me, it might be 2019 Blues. Could be the 07 Mizzou Tigers football team. The 2004 St. Louis Cardinals. And maybe the Mark McGwire's 98 home run season. So we're going to wrap things up from here. Again, if you like what you see here, hit the like button, subscribe, share with your people, and tell them what we're doing here. And if you want to see more sports trivia throwbacks like this and see how you do, and so we'll see how I do, go ahead and let me know what you want to see. Until next time, I'm K-Rob, the Human Sports Encyclopedia. We'll see you in the next one.